7 years ago, my boyfriend received a text message from me. I am leaving Tanzania and I already got my flight ticket. I will be back in Lusaka next week. He was a bit surprised because it was quite early on in our relationship, and he certainly did not expect that I will wrap up my life in Tanzania in 1 week. He did the amazing job of finding our own apartment and equipping it with some basic necessities. A mattress, gas stove, who else is missing the load shedding of 2016? And a TV. That TV would almost ruin the bliss and excitement of our new relationship. 6 years ago, I was standing in the midst of suns in one of the villages of Western province of Zambia. I was about to introduce the project I was leading, and the moment I saw the big camera in front of me and my colleagues from HQ behind it, I panicked. I could not say a single paragraph that would be making sense. My boss had to step in and do the talk instead of me. 3 years ago, I signed up for a course. I could have not believed myself investing such a large sum of money into a course how to run a business. I was telling myself, you're not the type of person to run a business. How do you want to run business when you have a small child? And what if you actually get a paying client? What are you going to do then? One TV, one camera, and one course. These are the 3 things that ultimately led me to be talking to you today in this theater. As I was fighting about the TV with my boyfriend, I was scared that this will be yet another failed relationship. As my boss stepped in and did the talk instead of me, I felt embarrassed because I was not doing my job. And as I started creating an online course for women in intercultural relationships, I felt like an imposter. Why does this matter? Why am I sharing this with you today? As time went by, I became curious. Why were these moments so important and so painful that I seem not to be able to forget them? Little by little, I realized it was because I put myself on the line in each of these situations. I interpreted every of these situations as it's all about me. And in other words, I took each of these situations personally. Today, I am going to share with you why unlearning taking things personally will make your life more courageous, exciting, and ultimately more happy. When we take things personally, we perceive or misinterpret things in such a way that they are all about us, even when they are not. Whatever happens is about us. The TV was stealing the attention of my boyfriend that should have been mine. I felt lonely and I felt hurt, and frankly, I was thinking that I was not interesting enough for him. As I failed to introduce the project I designed and knew so well, I was fearing the judgment that might come my way because I thought I'm a terrible public speaker. And I remember my English teacher telling me years ago that I will never master English as my second language. And as I started delivering my course to 72 women who signed up for it, I was excited yet terrified. When I actually signed up my first client, I was excited but really scared that she will find me incompetent. Beyond my personal experience, I felt I didn't have the formal expertise or education. Psychologists have complex answers to the question why us humans tend to believe that everything revolves around us. But I believe the answer is not that important. I go by the rule, if something doesn't serve us, why to keep it? And taking things personally does not serve us. It makes us feel scared, frustrated, unworthy, incompetent, or at your favorite negative emotion you resort to when you take things personally. For centuries, it was believed that the sun rotates around the earth. And that's how we are as humans. We believe that everything is happening because of us. But do we really need to wait 3 centuries for our personal Copernicus, Galileo, or Newton to realize that this perspective is wrong? I believe that if we let go of this perspective of taking things personally, we'll make our lives more daring, successful, and happier. Taking things personally stops us from having those amazing relationships. It stops us from going for those wonderful careers we want. It stops us from starting wonderful businesses, and it stops us from becoming our best self. Pretending that the sun rotates around us is just staying in our comfort zone and saying goodbye to our dreams. I believe that this new perspective is not only helpful, but it's actually liberating. Once we start detaching ourselves from believing that we are the center of the universe, we get the power to do anything we want in our life. We get the power to start doing things even when we are really scared. So what would happen if we let go of our being center of the universe perspective? Often, whatever we tell ourselves when we take things personally, it's just a confabulation or an unfounded story. How was it in case of me arguing with my boyfriend about the TV? It took me months or maybe even years to realize that it was not surprisingly about the TV. I come from the Czech Republic. In my country, you switch on the TV specifically when you want to watch a movie or a show. You switch on the TV, you sit, you watch. No talking, no connection with people around you. When you finish watching the movie, you switch it off and you continue with your day. I never owned a TV in my life up to now. For my boyfriend, TV was symbol of home. That's what his parents did. They got a TV when they start creating a household together here in Kitwe. And that's what he wanted to recreate for me. I came abruptly from Tanzania and he wanted me to feel home. He wanted me to have something to do when he was off to work. He was actually being caring, attentive, and loving, not the other way around as I interpreted it. When I was failing to speak in front of that camera back there in Kalabo district of Western Province, I was embarrassingly thinking about myself. I was thinking about the judgment, and I was not thinking about the people of Kalabo who I was there to help, or I was not thinking about the people who might actually watch the video and donate more money to continue the project. Today, as much as I can, I am trying to think about you. I am trying not to think about myself because I am still nervous, I still make mistakes in English, and I still pronounce W as V. But I keep going because I really want to share what I have learned so you too can get inspired. So how do we go about this? How we stop taking things personally? This is easier said than done, isn't it? So let's do some coaching magic here. I'm going to share 5 steps with you how to stop taking things personally. These are the 5 steps that work for me and for my clients and are inspired by the coaching experience I have and the coaches I work with. The first step is actually catching ourselves in the moment when we take things personally. Becoming aware of it is the first and essential step of detaching ourselves from feeling like we are the center of the universe. And how we will know that we take things personally? My favorite rule of thumb is that whenever we feel some sort of negative emotions, it means we are in the judgment mode. We judge ourselves, we judge others, we judge the situation we are in. We put ourselves in the middle of the situation, and we are the living example of taking things personally. After you caught yourself taking things personally, you're ready for the step number 2. Pause. Breathe in and out. Feel the bodies in your seat, feel the feet on the ground, hear the sounds in the distance, go back to your body and the present moment. Then ask yourself this question: is this perspective, when I am taking it personally, actually helping me? Is it helping me to improve my relationship? Is it helping me to get that ambitious job I want? Is it getting me one step closer to my dream? If the answer is no, you're ready for the 4th step. Become curious, talk to other people, research. Try to find out what might be the alternative perspectives of the situation you are in. Maybe your partner watching TV doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. Maybe if you make a slip of tongue when talking in public, the audience won't judge you as an incompetent or a loser. And maybe if you keep doing the business and helping the clients you want to serve, you will actually change somebody's life. Now you have caught yourself when you are taking things personally. You realize it's not exactly helpful, and you found new empowering perspective. Here comes the 5th final step. This is the most important step, and it should not be skipped, because without acting on this 5th step, all those 4 steps I just mentioned will become meaningless. The 5th step is to take action. What can you do now that comes from the place of courage, confidence, and the absolute belief that you deserve to make your dreams happen? Maybe instead of yet another argument with your partner, you actually have a conversation with him and you explain the meaning of the TV for you. You share with him what TV meant in your family, and you tell him how it makes you feel when he watches TV. I am happy to share that we figured it out with my partner. It was not easy, and honestly it took months to figure this out, and lots of crying and arguments, but we came out on the other side of the tunnel. I am happy to share he's no longer my boyfriend, he's my husband now. And I was so excited that he will be here today, but unfortunately life happened and he couldn't make it. But as a show of his support, he ironed my dress in the morning, so he's still with me in my heart here. When it comes to public speaking, maybe you jump at every opportunity to speak in front of people, because that's how you will learn and how you will gain confidence. And for the business, you might find a coach or a mentor to help you to navigate the maze of starting a new business, and somebody who will help you to pick you up when you feel like giving up. I can't promise you with 100% certainty that you will achieve all your dreams. But what I do know is that if you keep taking things personally, you might not even try. And that's the real failure, not even try. So I would like you to leave this event today with one promise to yourself. Once you come home in the afternoon or in the evening, sit in your favorite spot, make your favorite drink, and ask yourself this question: what is it in my life right now that makes me feel uncomfortable, scared, frustrated, or any other negative emotion you are experiencing? Wonder if you might be taking it personally, and ask yourself if this perspective is helping you to get closer to your dream. Think about the action you might take, and then go and take that action. You all deserve to make the dreams happen. You guys sitting in the back there, you deserve to make your dreams happen. You young lady there in the red dress, you deserve to make your dreams happen. You who is watching this talk live, you deserve to make your dreams happen. We all deserve to make our dreams happen. So let's go and let's do it. Thank you.